See the New Orleans. Pelicans facing. And so off the tip, it's New York. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Holiday out there with Jordan Crawford, and it's Cousins in at the 5. Davis against Porzingis. Makes it off the glass.
You know, Jeff Hornacek was the man chosen to lead this Knicks team during their coaching search. You know, you think about it, they took a look at several names in and out of the organization, but Hornacek ended up being their guy. It seemed like they felt Hornacek didn't get a fair shake and is underrated as a coach.
On defense, New York floats it up for Cousins, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Anthony nowhere around. Davis against Porzingis. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And so it's New Orleans with it. Rebounded by Anthony.
Incredible defense. Takes real courage to risk getting posterized and come up with a big stop.
It's good. ABC's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, it's simply great vision on that pass. Knew exactly where that pass needed to be and threaded it right through the teeth.
The feed to Cousins. Outside for Davis. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's ABC to the middle. Here's Noah. And there's the pass to ABC. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Buries the long-range jumper. Porzingis has got 5.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
Here's Anthony. Pelicans with the rebound.
It wasn't wide open, but that's a look he's got to create, guys. He's got to finish that. His teammates count on him.
Here's Cousins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And for NBA teams, the hardest thing to do is to get superstar talent, obviously. The Pelicans have that in Anthony Davis. How, Greg, do you think they build around him?
Well, a big part of it is just him staying healthy. I mean, we all know this is the team that's had horrible luck in that regard. Now they're shaping personnel to fit the new coaching staff. A bit more shooting, more depth. I think that's going to be key.
Pelicans trail by 3. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Taken away. ABC passes to Carmelo. And the rejection by Cousins. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Anthony, the pass to ABC. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Holiday dishes to Cousins. Back to Holiday. Knocks it loose.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
He looks frustrated, and by every measure he should be. That's a shot you have to bury.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Out to Anthony. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's ABC, guarded by Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Here's Noah. Pass to ABC. Hardaway from outside. That shot misses. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Right side Holiday. Outside for Davis. And Holiday has it in the corner. And again, New Orleans has Noah. The Knicks leading by 5. Porzingis with a screen on Holiday. ABC passes to Porzingis. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And there's Jordan Crawford on the assist by Davis.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And not sure what he was thinking there. Inside. It's tipped. Tries again and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And then for New Orleans, Unis is checked in for Cousins. Cunningham comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Moore is subbed in for Jordan Crawford. And the Pelicans making a change here. Ashik's checked in. That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it all.
You know, I think about how lucky I've been. Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they've each helped you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
As you go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to attack broadcasting from, right? Because a point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor. And then coaching, sure, you know, the heartbreak, the competitiveness, all the things that you pour your heart and soul in. But seriously, how lucky am I?
Well, you've got such respect from the viewers, from the listeners. It comes out every time you say something.
Thanks, Kev. You know, the passing there deserves a mention. That assist was a thing of beauty.
And Holiday, here we go. Kick out to Moore. Dishes at Unis.
2 big fouls on him already, and it's only the first quarter. Dangerous move if they leave him in. Well, the glory days for the Knicks back in the early 70s, 1970 and 73 to be exact. The franchise's 2 NBA championships. Who can ever forget?
And what a great team that was. Doris, that roster for the Knicks in the early 70s. Wow.
Wow, you're right, Kevin. Dick Barnett, Bill Bradley, Dave DeBusschere, Willis Reed, and of course, Walt Frazier. All fixtures on both title runs. It was a deep team, and they worked beautifully together.
Here's Holiday. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Both free throws good from Holiday.
And guys, I've spent a lot of time covering the Knicks, and I think the passion of this fan base is not to be underestimated. Even through some lean years, the arena stays packed. They're thirsting for a winner.
Baker passes to Hernan Gomez. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
For New Orleans, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
The Knicks with the lead. They set the screen. Baker passes to Hernan Gomez. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, that's a case where they're really in sync on that bucket with the lead pass hitting him in stride, on time and on target.
And Doris, when you take a look at the Knicks, what do they need to do to get back into the upper echelon of the league?
Well, to me, Kevin, it's the formula that every successful franchise uses. You begin at the ownership level, and then you work your way down from the GM to the president. You've got to have consistent quality leadership. I think you've got to start to allow Kristaps Porzingis to become more and more a part of your future. Build around that young, talented star while still taking advantage of Carmelo.
We've got 1:23 left in the first. And Ushik sends it back. Wow! There's Baker, guarded by Holiday. 5 to shoot. Here's O'Quinn. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee. The Knicks making a switch here. Randall's checked in. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. 46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. More. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Oh, it's a great look at the basket. Sometimes you feel like the shot is good, and it just comes up that much short.
Kuzminskis the pass to Randall. Here's Kuzminskis. And again, New York with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They need this. Holiday gets the bucket.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Randall with the ball. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, shooting free throws among the many things he does well.
Here's Monty Eunice, and that's not going to go. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
You know, you can put the work in the offseason, but you've got to have support guys on the roster who actually make a difference.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Anthony Davis is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's E'Twaun Moore. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Crawford at the point.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Randall brings the double team. Crawford with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Crawford, no luck. New York leading by 8. Randall kicks to O'Quinn. Here's Kuzminskis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Davis down low. O'Quinn defending. Davis inside, working on O'Quinn. And Davis can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. And Anthony Davis last season signing a contract extension, the richest contract in NBA history at that point, $145 million over 5 years. He'd already become a superstar player, now freed from the rookie scale. He's finally paid like.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for E'Twaun Moore. And they double up Davis. You talk about the big contract for Davis. A lot of money for a young guy, but you don't much worry that he'll get his priorities, Greg, twisted.
A great point, Kevin. He's a team-first guy, all about winning, and he doesn't take it for granted. He didn't have all the hype growing up, but now he's living a dream, and he knows it. But he aspires to be great, and he's not settling for anything else. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Porzingis, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Agreed. He's going to start putting on a show now. That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Well, so many players can change a game with their physical attributes, and Doris, there are some who can really do it with their vision, with their decision-making. Who do you think has stood out in your mind from that basketball IQ perspective?
You know, I think 3 come to mind immediately for me. LeBron James would be at the top of that list. You know, a guy who has shown over the course of his career he can play 5 positions. He is arguably the best, or absolutely in the discussion as the best passer in the league. I think everybody looks at LeBron's frame and thinks simply, he's just a monster. The combination of size and speed, it goes well beyond that. LeBron's IQ is as good as maybe there's ever been. The next guy on that list would be Chris Paul. I mean, he's been considered widely the best point guard in the league for a long time. He's the master picking defenses apart with the ball in his hand. And then the other guy is Tony Parker. I know the system that the Spurs have employed is outstanding. But when you think about the engine, the amount of distance required, and all the reads Tony Parker's been forced to make when the ball's in his hands, I think those 3 guys really jump out at me.
So true. Those 3 are just outstanding. And let's add 2-time MVP Steph Curry as well.
No doubt.
ABC passes to Carmelo. Here's Noah, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, kept the possession alive with the offensive rebound. You have to love the effort and getting the putback opportunity.
The Knicks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And GA, after being such a fixture in the city of Chicago and for so long, Joakim Noah signing with his hometown team, the Knicks, in the last offseason. A bit of a bittersweet end of his time with the Chicago Bulls. A lot of moving parts in his time with Chicago.
Yeah, and, you know, his playing time had dwindled, and it was just, I think, in everyone's best interest for him to move on. It's a great fit in New York, both with the team and the pulse of the city. Clearly was still valued highly around the league, as it took a sizable contract to put him in that Knick uniform.
Porzingis goes back up. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Porzingis.
You know, that was a nice find by KP. He saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
Crawford right side. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Cousins dishes to Pondexter. They get a hand on it. Here's Crawford. The feed now to Davis. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That one's off. Still out of sync.
Ill-advised shot there.
You know, I really expected him to swing that one back around.
Anthony kicks to Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's 10 points for Porzingis.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Cousins.
And for the Pelicans, to me, one of the things that's kept them out of the upper echelon are really a couple things. It's been their struggles on the defensive end and injuries. I mean, this is a team that has the length and the athleticism, and that's an area where you knew they could make some improvement. So last season was a bit of a disappointment.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Moniunas is checked in for Davis. Cunningham comes in for Hill. And it's Holiday in for Jordan Crawford. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Outside Anthony. Made that one only his fourth of this game after firing 10 times from the floor. And for the Pelicans, great length in the front court. Greg, where do they need to get better defensively?
Kevin, I think the wing spots, that's where they really need a stopper. They had more offensively oriented players out there, and with the rise of the three ball, length and tenacity on the perimeter becomes so important.
Good point. Kicks to Moniunas. Holiday, the pass to Cunningham. Hardaway with the steal. Here's ABC. Here's Porzingis, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Porzingis has got 12 in the game. Outside Holiday. Pass to Pondexter. Back to Holiday. Inside, stolen by Noah. And a fast break now for New York. Anthony leading the charge. Got a piece of it. And now the Pelicans on the break. And then Ashe with the dunk.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, and he's not going to let an opportunity like that get away. I mean, he's just going to go hard to the bucket.
Here's ABC, guarded by Holiday. Passes it to ABC. Now Hardaway. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Pondexter. Noah with the block. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Porzingis. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 14 points for Porzingis.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
And Ashe kicks to Moniunas. Porzingis with the steal. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Morris checked in for New Orleans.
Timeout.
New York calls timeout.
Pelicans substitution. One more. Timeout Knicks.
We see a lot of teams have gone through logo or jersey transitions, but the Knicks have had that classic blue and orange for a long time. One of the most iconic logos, not only in the NBA, but in all of sports.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Right side Holiday. Moore outside. Ball's knocked loose. Lee with the steal. And here's the fast break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And you know, you like the soft touch from O'Quinn, both shooting and there with the pass.
Here's Holiday. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Randall's checked in for Baker. And the Pelicans also making a change. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Omer Ashe. Randall with the bucket.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 10. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good.
Drew Holiday.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. New York leading by 21. And here's Randall. 6 points for him. And O'Quinn kicks to Randall. Hernan Gomez passes to O'Quinn, and a wide open look for Lee. Misses the 3. Pelicans trail by 21.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And so Moore nails both of them. New York's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Lee with the ball. 5 points in the game. The pass to Kuzminskis. Here's Hernan Gomez. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. 6 points for him. And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were dishing out dime.
It is just about...
The skyline of Midtown Manhattan so beautifully lit up tonight as we welcome you back to New York City. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
You know, he's getting the ball in a place where he can do something with it, and he hasn't had to force one thing. The game seems like it's coming to him naturally.
Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with ABC, and it's Noah in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And Davis puts it in.
But you can always bank on him to have an impact with his offensive arsenal.
Here's ABC, guarded by Holiday. Some nice passing by New York here. And here's Anthony from the arc. The shot misses. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
You know, one thing about Melo that goes overlooked so often is just how aware he is on the offensive end. He does a great job with positioning and finds space on his own. Just such a natural feel for the flow of the game that he has that few others share.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it's good for 2. 16 points for Porzingis.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And that aspect that Melo has to know exactly where everyone is on the floor, Doris, that's something that you just can't teach.
Oh, Kevin, you're 100% right. You can't teach it. And it's a skill that makes life so much easier on the offensive end. You know, it allows Melo to see all the angles of the play before it happens, knowing exactly where to put a pass or when his teammate will pop open. You know, and it's all those little things that go into making him such a great scorer for so much of his career.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
It's ridiculous to give up that many points in the paint. You know, I think he'd like them to play a bit more physical.
Three-pointer, Pondexter, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Pondexter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's ABC. Count that bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Holiday dishes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's ABC. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. It's Crawford with the drive. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Crawford's got his second basket of the game.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Cousins.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Davis against Porzingis. And that one's good. Cousins.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Doris, of course, you played point guard. You know all about that position. You know all about the game. We're seeing a renaissance, in fact, at that point guard position right now in the NBA. But just for the moment, if you will, talk about the mentality of playing point guard.
Well, I think the most important aspect of this is you are the caretaker of your team, and caretaker implies many things. First and foremost, you've got to be intimately familiar with every position on the floor. You've got to understand your job and then the jobs of everybody else. And then, as importantly, it's your responsibility to make everybody feel good. So if your power forward hasn't touched the ball in 6 or 7 trips and he's a main scorer, you find that. The position forces you to take a broad perspective of the game.
47.
Crawford outside. And it's Davis at the elbow. Shoots from the right block, and he gets it to go. Davis has got 11 points.
Just scoring with great confidence, having a very nice quarter here.
To the middle, here's Noah, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 14.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Too many. Simple as that. Their defensive weaknesses are being exposed right now.
To the middle, Hardaway kicks it to Noah. Here's Porzingis, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, the defense did not make it easy for him, even though it was a solid attempt.
Porzingis against Davis. Porzingis with the block. And here we go. Hardaway from outside. Kept alive by New York. Latrey knocks down the 3-ball. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation from Melo on the catch and shoot.
Crawford kicks to Davis. 11 feet away. That doesn't go either for Davis.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You know, Kristaps Porzingis is an impressive athlete with perimeter skills, and at 7'2", I know his build has been slender, and that's a bit of a concern, but he's staying in the weight room trying to fill that frame out.
And you heard some in the Knicks front office say that Porzingis might actually be too tall in the NBA game. Doris, you hear that?
No, for sure. I mean, there were some who wondered if his core strength might never enable him to hold position inside. But you know this, Zen Master. Come on. I think that was classic reverse psychology, setting out the challenge and making KP work to prove him wrong.
Monty Eunice is checked in for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Offensive rebound. Hernan Gomez passes to Kuzminskis. And another shot. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
Monty Eunice drops both of them. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Up top, Randall. He has 6, and good that time. Randall's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Crawford kicks to Moore. And again, no good by New Orleans.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
No good from Lee. Pelicans trail by 17. Motiejunas dishes to Moore. Back to Motiejunas. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Hasek. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Courtney Lee. And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Randall passes to O'Quinn. Here's Kuzminskis, covered by Motiejunas. Snatched up. Lee outside. Over in the corner, Randall. Here's Kuzminskis. Good on the three-point shot. 8 points for him. Pelicans trail by 18. Crawford kicks to Hill. The dish to Hasek. Crawford up top. He's defended by Randall. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for New York. Randall against Crawford. Lee dishes to Randall. Soft touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 17.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
From 13, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. New York called for the foul. And that one falls for Crawford. And the Pelicans making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the Knicks with possession here. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
Poor decision making. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Crawford. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Crawford's got 9 points now in just the second half.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
And released it in time.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Knicks leading by 13. So for New Orleans right now, Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Holiday out there with Jordan Crawford. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. And stolen by Cousins. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Count that bucket. Pondexter's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pelicans. Randall down low, guarded by Holiday. Here's Hernangomez, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, that's great patience. Work the ball until you find a mismatch for the easy bucket.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist in the game.
You know, that's strong teamwork, leading right to the basket. He put it in the shooting pocket at just the right time.
Here's Hernangomez, and that one is off. Nice D from Crawford. Here's Davis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. They push it up 4 on 3. And it's Quincy Pondexter with the foul. That's his first foul. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Down low, Hernangomez passes to Randall. Thomas gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Pelicans trail by 11. Holiday with it. Now defended by Randall. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Holiday against Randall. He kicks it to Lee. The rejection by Cousins. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Here's Randall. Feeds to Lee. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kuzminskis the pass to Lee.
Boy, in the latter stages, his shot is off. And at least they're still winning.
No good from the wing. Holiday dishes to Cousins. Got a hand on it. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Randall. Outside for Thomas. Expanding his range. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Knicks lead by 12. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Holiday.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Randall passes to Hernan Gomez. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Stolen by Thomas. Here's Lee. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his third foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Baker's checked in. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Here's Baker. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Inside, Kuzminskis and Cousins with the block. And Davis, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And it's pretty impressive seeing how Anthony Davis has been able to put on muscle since he came into the league. A skinny 215-pounder when he came in. He says the extra strength has been a big factor in terms of his growth as a player.
Good point. Baker passes to Hernan Gomez. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Hitting a high percentage of his shots. He's been a real catalyst for their success.
The feed to Davis. The kick out to Holiday. Three-pointer, Pondexter. But they'll get another chance. Holiday dishes to Cousins. The rebound by Baker.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That's your home. That's the area you simply have to protect.
Thomas passes to Hernan Gomez. New York moving it around. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time. And the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
It's stolen. Pass to Kuzminskis. Here's Hernan Gomez. On the wing, Lee. To the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. He's guarded by Cousins. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Davis kicks to Holiday. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he can't get the first one. New Orleans making a switch here. Moore's checked in. And the second free throw, good. The Knicks leading by 15. Here's ABC. Outside Anthony.
You know, Carmelo has had success playing at that power forward or the, quote, skill 4 role. It certainly fits the direction this league is trending.
And Doris Carmelo playing the 4, he can really pick apart those bigger, slower defenders on the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, I think he's been a little bit, Kevin, hesitant to absorb that wear and tear inside. With some of the knee and the back issues he's dealt with, you can absolutely understand why.
Pelicans trail by 17 to the left wing. Moore dishes to Davis, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
That's a lack of attention to detail, and that's all it really takes to hurt yourself in a big moment.
Here's ABC out to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense, explosive offense. This has been special.
Pondexter kicks to Cousins. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Yeah, their coach is pulling his hair out, knowing how big that mistake could be.
New York calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
You know, it also gives guys a quick breather, too. They're expending a ton of energy out there.
The Knicks leading by 19. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Jordan Crawford's checked in for E'Twaun Moore. Pelicans trail by 21. Holiday inside the line. Davis, the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And the rejection by Cousins. Crawford right side. Pondexter dishes to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And there's the pass to ABC. Here's Porzingis. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Porzingis has got 22.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Knicks.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, he had the kind of performance that showcases all of the firepower he's got in his arsenal and played effective and impressive the entire night.
Here's Davis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Well, they know they've lost this one, but this is still valuable time to try and work out some of their issues.
Porzingis inside. Davis is on. Offensive rebound. Porzingis again.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
That's what you want to do. You want to take care of business at home and reward your proud fans. I mean, they did a special job tonight.
Knicks on defense. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
You know, that's a great example of how Porzingis can use his length to bother a shooter.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
And that's the thing. When you fought all game, expended all your energy, you want to do everything you can to come away with the W.
Here's Davis. Porzingis with the block. Pulls it from the elbow. Misses. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, Carmelo, we got a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get shots off when you're in tight